right. We are here, episode 197 of the We Are Something Else podcast. Let's see if I don't fuck this name up. You're my latest, my greatest inspiration. And there we go. It's your boy Kaleo. There's CB. There's my man E-Rich. Fellas, come off mute. Let's go. We are here. Episode 197. Hold on? And you know what? None of y'all caught that mess that I posted all week, past couple of days about episode 196, when we clearly had episode 196 2 weeks ago with Sick and Buster Tightrope. So we are that much closer to 200 episodes. Fellas, welcome. How's everybody doing?
We're good, bro. Got the weekend coming up, so things are looking up.
Okay. Very enthusiastic. E was good, bro.
You know, little work, definitely kicking in like it always is. But got some hopefully a good some time at the driving range, just because the fellas and I have been actively talking about just making sure our golf game is up to par, pun intended, when that time comes.
Very good. So welcome in. I see we got Risa, we got Katrina, we got Britt B, we got Dimitri, we got Kay Danielle. Good to see you. Katrina, take over Trina, who joined me on the green room. Welcome in. We got Dee Dee. Who else? Sammy. Oh, you know what? It is Baddie Behavior Thursday. We got Sammy Slayedit here. Should be joining us shortly. Regular guy, my guy. Yeah. So we are here, episode 197, fellas. Look, it's been a week. It's been a hell of a couple of weeks. And I'm trying to tell you, I'm glad that we are here together in unison. Shout out to the Soul Tales crew from last week who held it down for E-Rich while he was on assignment. And did you see Cardo's, Is It Just Cardo last week? I think he would be proud about the Is It Just Cardo. I got to post that. Let me working on that. But shout out to Cardo, Our Money. Be Easy was out last week as well too. So shout out to those fellas. CB was there, me and CB. But shout out to everybody. We got a lot to dive into. So let's just get going with the. Let me see. I'm gonna try to be good and change these graphics up because I put them there for a reason. All right, y'all. Let's wrap. Let's just get straight to it because we got Baddie Behavior coming up shortly with Sammy Slayedit. So this week, a GOAT, maybe the GOAT. Jingling, good to see you. A GOAT, maybe the GOAT, is hanging up her sneakers. And shout out to Candace Parker, who announced that she is retiring from basketball, the WNBA, at the age of 38. Now, when you think of Candace Parker, I don't think 38. Like, I still see Candace as McDonald's All-American, maybe even the Tennessee national title, champion. I don't see her as 38 and retiring and on to her next career, which is obviously going to be, she's on NBA TNT.
Yeah, Britt.
As an announcer. What happened? What did we miss?
She commented on we got the Ruffskins shirt in the back.
Advertisement in the background. Ruffskins, the all natural condom made for the finest bitch. But yeah, I don't see her as 38. And what a career. I still remember again. Didn't she win the dunk contest at the McDonald's All-American? And all she had to do was dunk it, right? She was the only lady against a bunch of guys, and she had a solid one hand jam, and she won. So shout out to her. I'm trying to find the stats because I had it right here. But real quick before we do all that, fellas, just thoughts on Candace Parker, the career she's had. Is she the greatest woman to ever play the game of basketball? Start with E.
No, she's not the greatest that's ever played the game of basketball.
Greatest woman?
No.
Okay. Who's your GOAT? Who is the greatest? She could be your GOAT, but who's the greatest?
We don't have time for all of that. But in short, if I would have to say, because I'm looking at it from the standpoint of I mean, you look at a Lisa Leslie, you can look at a Cheryl Miller. I mean, you talk about the type of points that they was dropping before the WNBA. You know what I'm saying? So I think if you want to call it in the modern era of what she was kind of, and I won't go too far into like comparisons, but if you think about it, like we saw her like from Tennessee all the way up until like where she was at in the WNBA, right? So, and this is where the WNBA was really then at that point getting a little bit more kind of FaceTime, if you will. I think if she was in today's game at the peak, then there'd be a possibility. But dare I say that because like Asia Wilson, her game at this point now is actually kind of better.
She's on par. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And you talk about defense, you talking about she's got championships, you know what I mean? Like she did the thing in college as well. So, you look at it from that standpoint. But no, I mean, listen, shout out to Candace Parker. Again, she was out here playing for the Sparks. She definitely got a ring with them. I was able to see a lot of the games. Again, you talk about just a true hooper, you know what I'm saying? She really loved the game. Like she didn't cheat the game or no shit like that. So I think at the end of the day, you gotta salute somebody. As we all know, being athletes, you salute the person that really does like really get to the game and not on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't take it for granted. And the fact that she's an analyst and she actually is one of the ones that we'll listen to and knows the game. So like we're listening to her and her analysis like for true and not just on some because she was just another player. So.
All right. Before you go, CB, I found what I was looking for. Real quick, let's just do this. So, 3-time WNBA champion, 2016, 2021, 2023. 3 different franchises. Sparks, what's the Sky, and then the Aces. 3 different teams.
Not gonna count the Aces one.
I mean, it was there. She was there. WNBA Finals MVP, 2-time WNBA MVP, 7-time All-Star MVP, NBA 7-time WNBA first team, all first team, 3-time second team, 2-time All Defensive second team, Rookie of the Year, All Rookie Team, Defensive Player of the Year, assist leader, rebounding leader, peak performer, 20th anniversary team, 25th anniversary team, Russian National League champion, Russian Cup winner, EuroLeague champion, 2-time NCAA champion, 5-time Russian League champion, 4-time Russian Cup winner, 2-time NCAA champion, 2-time NCAA tournament MOP, 2-time AP Female Athlete of the Year, 2-time USBWA Player of the Year, Naismith College Player of the Year, 2-time Wooden Award winner, Wade Trophy, 2-time Honda Sport Award for basketball. Gatorade National Player of the Year.
Sheldon Williams would never. That's
I'm about to say, that was a huge upgrade for him. Like
that's like the 1 L on her resume. Like that's just that. Abe's Odyssey, Sheldon Williams, man, look it up.
But look, she's got a better career than most men, and all those accolades. Like I said, I don't see why. I mean, she's definitely amongst the GOAT conversation. I had to pick. I could see Asia probably passing this eventually. If I had to pick. A lot of people probably put Cheryl in that conversation, Cheryl Miller, just because of she didn't get a real WNBA shot because she was a lot older. So yeah,
yes.
So she was the WNBA really didn't come into its form by the time Cheryl was. Cheryl was much older, but Cheryl scored 100 points a couple times in basketball games. If you look at those USC records. Cheryl is a very decorated basketball player. So a lot of argument could be for her too, if she just didn't get the shine in the WNBA. CB, thoughts on Candace Parker and where does she kind of land amongst WNBA GOATs?
She's definitely on like the mountain when we're talking about the tier of them and everybody. So she's in the conversation. She's forgotten more about the game than I'll ever know. So it's one of those things where she has a way of conveying it to the people, like he was talking about, that we can understand it, we can digest it. And it was time, apparently. She said that she was very she was so in love with the game that she was not going to keep playing if she wasn't going to be able to give it her all. You know what I mean? And the foot injury that she was suffering from apparently was just not allowing her to play at her best. So it was the right time to step away. Kaleo, we're basically at the hour already after you were done reading all those accolades. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
She's on that mountain. You know what I mean? Wherever people want to argue whatever the spot is, like, I'm sure you can make a good argument this way or that way. But yeah, I think probably got to say Cheryl Miller, just when you're talking about Reggie Miller, her brother, being one of the greatest of all time. And I think everyone in their family agrees that she was better than he was. Like,
yeah, Cheryl's decorated for sure. That's a good conversation. But yeah, shout out to Candace who had a great career. She said her body knew it was time to go way before her heart told her it was time to go. So, and she said she wanted to ride off to the sunset without a big parade or just a bunch of showing of love, and wanted to be quiet and just with her family. And she knew it was done, and she just announced it. So shout out to her. She's on to, great things as an analyst. Here we go. We're gonna dive right into it because it's been a couple weeks, and we finally got the Kendrick response this week. But we're gonna backtrack. Let's backtrack first. Let's talk about push-ups, because we all been talking about Kendrick. And real quick, hold on. I said I was gonna bring her up. Welcome to the show, Sammy Slayedit. Good to see you. Baddie Behavior coming up. 15 plus years worth of subtle jabs back and forth between Kendrick and Drake, and we are finally here. We finally got probably the inaugural kickoff of the beef.
Facts.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
We're here. The beef is on, and I think it's official, probably with Drake's push-ups that released a couple weeks ago. So they've been dancing around the circle of, are we going to do this or not? Drake dropped push-ups. Let's start with push-ups because that starts it off. Let's go around. Thoughts on push-ups, and then we'll come back and talk about Taylor Reid. My thoughts on push-ups, it always takes a couple listens because you got to hear what they're saying, right? The initial listen to a diss track is always, what stands out. I always listen to the beat first, and what, are there any bars that just sit right there on the edge? I listened to push-ups. I did not like the beat. I thought, for it to be Drake, he could have found something a whole lot better for this to be the official response to Kendrick, right? But all in all, I think what he was saying was pretty dope. I mean, he talked about the splits and how much, Top had Kendrick under pretty much under pressure to do these things that he wanted him to do because he was controlling Kendrick's career. Let's start with CB on push-ups. Thoughts?
It really got the bell going, right? So it was one of those things where we had all the subtle shots going back and forth, and then this really, in my mind at least, it was like, all right, now it's on. And what Drake is good at is punchlines, like, and so he was it's full of punchlines. He's making up stuff about shoe size and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Which is hilarious. But at the end of the day, like that's the approach that he takes. And I mean, I liked it. Now it's one of those things where I'm here for this whole thing. So I thought it was an all right record. It's one of those things where I might not be like the beat aficionado that some of y'all are, but I think the whole idea is Drake was going for a certain feeling with the song, and I think he got that across.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right, Sammy. Thoughts on push-ups?
I think Drake should stick to the trends. You know, we gonna get to that line that Kendrick put out a little bit later, but beefing is not for him. He should have just stayed quiet.
Okay.
It didn't do much for me.
Okay. Thoughts on push-ups? It would be good to see you.
It was mid. Like I said, just for us, kind of music heads, the beat was just all right. It wasn't all that. And really at the end of the day, like I just subtle punchlines when I feel like if we want to talk about it, like that was a big enough track where the aggression behind what Kendrick had to say and for Push Up to be his response kind of seemed a little weak on my behalf. But he did the same shit with I guess was it Meek? He had that first shit, like what is it? I'm Upset. Like everybody forgets about that was released before Back to Back, and that shit was garbage. Like, so if that's the trend, and hopefully this next song or this next reply that he drops should be, which apparently I've seen is supposed to happen tonight.
Yep.
That it should be up to par with should be a good quality diss track, but we'll see. I just really would like for you to take the imagery down because
no, not yet. We about to get there. Tailor Made. So Drake dropped push-ups. He waited a week. Taylor Swift drops her album, and YouTube, because obviously Drake couldn't drop it on streaming platforms because of the rights or the likeness of what he used. Drake drops Tailor Made. Now, I thought it was fake because there had already been like an AI kind of diss track, I think, with Kendrick involved or something that kind of leaked around. You just never know what's real. But then when Drake confirmed, oh no, this is real, Tailor Made is another response, or it wasn't even another response. It was more of a trolling. Like he's egging Kendrick on, like, yo, this is the battle. I'm here. You wanted it. You wanted the smoke. I'm here. There's no backing down from this. And I'm going to give Drake credit for just the confidence to do it because a lot of people didn't think he would. I mean, obviously, when it comes to the type of rapper, they're very different rappers, right? So you may get Drake is going to be trolling but entertaining. Drake is going to probably give you radio ready type of music. Kendrick is going to give you the stuff that you probably have to listen to for about 2 weeks before you catch every line in there, right? He's methodical with it. It's a surgeon kind of thing. Drake drops Tailor Made with the likeness of Pac's voice and Snoop. Some would say that it probably really was Snoop, but maybe not. So Snoop drops the video. Let's talk about the video first. Snoop in his Instagram video said, why y'all, who did what he did, huh? Why y'all coming at me? We know Snoop knew about this track before it even leaked because I'm assuming Drake has enough respect for Snoop to let him know, like, I'm using your voice, so can I use your voice? He's not going to just do that without consequences, right? There's bigger things at play without doing it, right? So the track is still up. Snoop obviously did not have an issue with it. He would have said that, right? So he dropped Tailor Made. I liked Tailor Made. I thought it was very unique, very creative. It took, yes, he used Pac's voice, so likeness of Pac's voice, but the way that it was done was creative. You're going to get that creative side of her. You're not going to get creative from Kendrick. You're going to get bars from Kendrick, right? So Drake did what he had to do to troll the situation and to egg him on. And to hear Pac's voice and Snoop's voice in the Drake cadence was pretty dope. And the fact that he did what he did or said what he said, I thought it was creative. I'm a producer at heart. I love the AI Dr. Dre beat that he used. I mean, he did everything he had to do to egg him on with the goats from the West. Just letting them know how disappointed they were from him. Obviously, we're going to go to E last.
Oh, man. Yeah, he's running anchor leg on this one for sure. Yeah, kind of the way I feel about this whole thing is if you already have one of these guys you prefer anyways, like that's kind of where you're going to side. All the Drake stands are standing for Drake. The Kendrick fans, same deal. I think that this was just more of a troll move than anything else. And similar to the round that he went with Kendrick, back to back was the better of those two tracks, right? I would argue that everything that went into this, Taylor made also the better of the two. So, yeah, again, just the egging them on, expecting that we were going to get a response. Like for me, that's like that's all I was there for. So, yeah, that's how I'm feeling.
Sammy.
When you're considering rap beef, like who says, "Oh wow, great creativity"? We're looking for bars. We're looking for shots. So I'm still not feeling that one. I ain't with it. I want bars. Like I want somebody to drop some real rap. Something that made me say, "Oh shit!" Now you got to go find his mama.
Okay, that's it. You got it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Me and my bro already spoke about this, but here's for the rest of the masses. The disrespect to use Pac's voice is utterly just the best way to get your ass whooped, and that's exactly what happened. And I think that in the midst of this, like I think you look at it and you say, what is it a ploy to kind of poke fun at Kendrick? Was that like the best that you can do, right? Snoop got a little heat for it out here, you know what I mean? Because he looked at it and was like, "Oh, I don't know what y'all talking about." Ooh, like he did what? Pac's estate was like, "Get rid of that shit. That shit is trash. We don't condone that." And on that level, like it just can't. It didn't sit well because again, you can't do that shit with nobody else. Like I said, if you were dissing somebody from New York and somebody used Biggie's like voice, like somebody would have already been on that shit and they would have gone kind of ape shit. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the fact, but I think it was a poor tactic. I think he got his ass whooped for doing it. And like I said, we got more the time that Kendrick dropped his diss track and was actually on his platform under his name. He stood on what it was that he said and how he said it. And the simple fact that if you really think about it, people are still kind of, really kind of listening to the track because there's some more underlining shit that you didn't catch the first 50 times that you heard the shit. So.
Okay. So in that instance, it's like Sammy. How good is a diss track if you don't catch every diss? Right, it's not on point. It's not right there in your face for you to catch it. Like that's. I mean, we knew what we were gonna get from Kendrick. That's all I'm saying. But how good is the track if you can't understand everything he's saying? And the track was good. It was what he needed to respond. It was what we knew we would get in his response. I think Kendrick had one song ready to go. Drake dropped Tailor Made. Kendrick pulled it back and added to that one song. Hence why we got 6 minutes worth of stuff because he addressed both tracks. You can tell he addressed both tracks. I think that's why we got a 6-minute diss. Fine. The beat was amazing. Like I would have loved to hear him rap completely over that Teddy Pendergrass sample at the very beginning and just straight shoot just like that. Don't change the beat. Don't give me none of that. None of the voice inflections. You had him already at just that Teddy Pendergrass sample and the way you delivered those bars, those lines. Okay, that's fine. And, again, deciphering the stuff, he dropped it on a certain date. Was it National Tell the Truth Day, whatever it was supposed to be? Like, there's so many things, like, people, like, conspiracy theories. Like, it's too much to think about. Tell me what it is. Tell me what you want to say. Now, again, I'm not saying the track was bad. The track was good. But you said everything that Pusha T already said. You said everything Rick Ross has been saying. You attacked him about being white. You attacked him about being signed under multiple people. There's nothing new that he said that we haven't already heard within the track. Now, we did get he did respond personally about attacking fan. Like he did say some, but all the big bars that I've caught so far, that's right there in front of me, were lines that Pusha had already said. And what Rick Ross has been already saying, attacking his blackness or his whiteness. Now, Kendrick's wife is biracial, I believe, right? So here we go with that. Now there's got to be some things here. If you're going to attack him for saying the N word and being light skinned and Tommy Hilfiger and FUBU, let's look at what's in the house with you too. Again, she's biracial though. I'm just saying, like, you can't attack the man for one thing and be in the house with the same thing. Just my thoughts. It's my opinion. This is my opinion. It's my opinion. Now, again, the track was not bad. I liked it. It's good for hip hop. I'm here for the entertainment value of it all. Where does Drake go from here? What can Drake say next? That is the question. That is what that will determine where the beef goes from there. So, all right, Sammy.
I just think it's different. Like his wife being his wife, and Drake like trying to assimilate into Black culture, like, and portray that he's this, like hood thing. Like Megan said it. She was like, "You cosplaying in other niggas' hood." Like, please, what? So I think that it goes amongst different lines. With Kendrick being married to a biracial woman and Drake being Drake.
Okay. CB, thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it's as someone who is also biracial. Nah, I don't got anything to say as far as that goes, man. Nah, it's I'm not getting into that. I mean, again, Drake is he's a jokester with this kind of stuff for the most part, right? And when it came to Meek, we also knew that like that wasn't going to be, Meek wasn't in the same ballpark that Drake was going to be in as far as the bars either. So the point like that just it accentuated that one, right? So with this battle, it really is, we're gonna get the rap from Kendrick, and Drake is just gonna not take, it's gonna come off like he's not taking it seriously, right? And he's just playing around and he's having fun with it. In his mind, he can't lose. So I'm intrigued. Kendrick said, like, you don't want to take it that far, and I hope Drake does, because I want to see what Kendrick comes back with personally.
Right, I got you.
I mean, call it what it is. Like, to answer more of your questions on, is it a diss if it's layers to it? And he said the same thing that Pusha said and what Ross said, but he still addressed certain things in regards to what was current though and what was being said. I mean, understanding that he got jacked in front of that damn restaurant, and now the restaurant is like one of the biggest things in Canada right now. How like that the turnover of how he said it and a couple of lines that I'm gonna stand on. We understand that niggas don't like the West Coast, and we fine with that. That's always been a thing, and it's been said, right? And him addressing it the way that he did, call it what it is. And again, 6 minutes worth of a diss, and it was not on some like no trying to be funny or some foolery type shit like Drake is gonna pull. Like, listen, this is what you're here for. You listen to it, you had to listen to it again. I still listen to it. Again, understanding that it moves the needle the way it was, and I'll call it what it is. They was playing this shit on TNT last night during the playoffs. So you know what I mean? Like, call it what it is. The culture understands what's really the shit there. And again, the sexy red line is still funny as fuck to me. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he can kind of like I said, that was a good one. It's methodical enough to where it's like he addresses him as somebody who's a friend, but then I also can whoop your ass at the same time. And then the simple fact, like, yo, keep telling these lies and I'm gonna keep telling these truths. You know what I'm saying? And I think it sets up the good, the Terrence Crawford line. That shit was hard too. Like you gotta respect what it was, in the sense that you could say, well, if I have to keep digging and figuring out what this was, or I got to go back and hear it. I think that's just the methodical way of that person does the diss rap. Believe it or not, I mean, everybody can't be like Cube and Pac, and it's just like straight to your face. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, first off, fuck you, click in the, like you can't go that route all the time. If that's not the way that it is, this ain't supposed to spill off into the streets. Although let's make it clear. He did call out OVO for being some dick riders. That shit was funny to me, and that put everybody on OVO notice. He didn't notice Drake ain't gonna say shit about TDE because that's a whole different side of the house. That's like kind of like the new death row, if you will, right? Ain't nothing but gang members on TDE. So
Who's OVO?
Exactly. Who the fuck is on OVO? That's other than Division. So because somebody had said something that was in defense of like he was going along with Drake, like, yeah, he's not gonna say nothing. I think it was one of the dudes that got the accent that Drake sometimes tries to act like he's all of a sudden, I don't know, Jamaican or Drake. Sometimes he has an identity crisis on some of his albums, so he doesn't know which one he's trying to be. But what I'm saying is, when you say the shit like that, yes, the YM Melly line was crazy as well. I mean, that's what you here for, bro. Like, I don't get that listening to Drake's. I don't get that at all. I'm hoping the shit that he drops tonight, it better have some shit that's like some haymakers, because it ain't looking too good for him right now.
What's better, the setup or the punchline? Everybody's clowning Drake for the Pac stuff, but that's what y'all talking about. Everybody's talking about it. It's not a diss that nobody's talking about. And it wasn't really a diss. It was just a kind of just a jab. But again, I like both. I'm interested. I want to see it be entertaining. I'm glad he didn't address Ross. I'm glad he didn't address Kanye. It's just going to be between them two. And the other guys that should be addressing stuff, Future and Metro, quiet. No one's saying anything. I mean, all right. So let's talk about fashion and the culture, because we got to get to Baddie Behavior. So British Italian designer Jordan Luca. Oh, why is Jordan Luca trending right now? What does Jordan Luca do? Well, he debuted at the fall winter 2023 collection, the Milan Fashion Week. He debuted a pair of stain-washed jeans featuring a dark stain around the groin area, known as the pea-stained denim. Where are we going with fashion these days? What the hell? What is happening here in the world? Okay, retailing at $610. Fashion is just weird to me. Like these trends that people are trying, this shit is just weird.
What the fuck, bro? What?
Sad part is somebody bought these shits. That's the sad part, right? And if this is a fashion trend, if y'all remember the Cosby Show episode when Theo wanted a Gordon Gartrell shirt, Denise said she could make him one. I'm like Denise in this situation. If you want piss-stained jeans, this ain't hard. These ain't hard to replicate. That's all I got to tell you. Thoughts on this? Let's get our baddie resident on the new fashion trend that's taking its way over America.
First of all, he missed the mark, because why didn't you name those pissy pants? What? Sir. But yeah, this won't be making it to Baddie Behavior. If I wanted some pissy pants, like, I would go grab a 2-year-old and figure it out. Why? I don't know where this type of fashion is going, but I will say, it's different cultures in fashion, and the culture side that I'm on, I don't think we'll be diving into pissy pants.
Okay. Just wondering.
Does Adam Sandler get royalties for this? Because as far as I'm concerned, if someone buys these and they've never seen Billy Madison,
very good point.
You know what I mean? So yeah. But also, what Sammy was saying, look at the model that's wearing this shit, bro. It's wild shit, man.
All right.
I ain't got nothing to say about this dumbass shit.
I'm asking you.
What was that? I forgot what comedian did it, but I'll smack the shit out of anybody I see with these pants on.
All right.
Yeah, she get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. Girl, do it, do it, do it.
We are here for Baddie Behavior. Yeah, we need to get a longer intro for that, Sammy. It just cuts off right at the like when the song is picking up. Like
different.
Tell me that.
You need a tad.
Anyways.
All right, Sammy, what you got for us this week?
This week we are diving into the educated baddies. Okay, we are entering grad season, so I know that some of the baddies may struggle with trying to find like the perfect face for graduation or your graduation pictures or finding outfits and diving into that. So I got a few faces and a few outfits to provide for y'all. So this is face number one. It's like a soft, all of these will be soft glam faces because you don't want to do too much at graduation. Like we don't need too many bright colors, you know, doing the most. So this right here is nice and subtle, a pretty gold bronze, like you'll shimmer in the photo shoot or at graduation, if you will. So, and this comes with a nice little updo. So I think this will really eat at graduation. This next one is like a pinky, cute little, also soft glam. Like I said, all of these will be soft glam. A cute little pink number, and it blends well with her face. It's nice. It's not doing too much. You want to just like accentuate your features when you're at like an event like that, like graduation or taking your graduation pictures. And also for graduation pictures, you don't want to make it to where the photographer has to do like 3 hours of editing. So you just want to go real subtle with your makeup, please. This one ain't too subtle, but I noticed that she had a very, very bright under eye. But if she toned the under eye down, which is the concealer right under here, if she toned the under eye down, like this would be the go-to. She didn't do too much with her eye makeup. She did the perfect, look, y'all looking confused. She did the perfect lip combo. It's like a nude lip combo. So yeah, she ate that. That's the last little makeup look that you could have as an option for graduation or your graduation pictures. And then we have outfits. So do I see a hater in the corner? Okay, we have outfits. We have outfits for graduation pictures. So I went by like a 3-point scale. This is basically what I did for my pictures because you know I'm an educated baddie, master's degree. But yeah, so this was a fun.
No applause for that.
Fun outfit. Yeah, let's do the hand claps. Okay. The fun, cute outfit. So this is the outfit where you kind of want to just give, you know, like a little bit of your personality, but not too much. So yeah, and then that piece right there in the black, the top was actually custom made by me. Shout out to me. I'm very much a DIY girly. So yeah. Nice. The next one, you want to have like an elegant outfit. So here you have some elegant dresses, something nice, accentuates your body, but doesn't do too much with the body. I know some of us we can't contain what we got, but it is what it is. You want to find, like I said, a nice formal dress and dress it up. Keep the makeup simple. You're gonna eat. All right, and the last one, you want to give business professional because you also want to sneak in some headshots so you ain't got to go back and do that when you want to apply for jobs after graduation.
Smart.
So, you want to have some nice professional photos. That suit, the black one, is also like I did some DIY stuff with the cufflinks. So, yeah. Those are the options for baddies that are about to graduate or getting ready to step into graduation season.
Baddie Behavior, Sammy Slayedit.
Yeah, she get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. Girl, do it, do it, do it.
All right, now when a baddie graduates, or anybody graduates, let me tell you what you need. You're gonna need some pizza, a DC shot pie, especially if you're in the DMV area. Save 10%. Use our code WRSE10. Shout out to Grant. Shout out to Margaret. All of the wonderful people at DC shot pie. Look, if you ain't seen this pizza pie yet, look, you got the salmon pesto, steak and cheese. You got the regular cheese. You got the bread pudding. You got the Euro pizza, which is a shout out to the Georgetown. You got the big chair, which is fried chicken and mambo sauce. Again, this weekend, WRSE10. There's a fight this weekend too, so I'm assuming you probably could order them some shot pie and enjoy the fight. Shout out to everybody. WRSE10. Bro. All right.
All right. So listen, I don't think this is a shot. This is this is more like a shout out. This is a shout out to all the people that utilizes, what we're about to, what Is It Just E is about this week. Because I had to dive, I had to dive into this, and I did my research and understanding how things are. But anyway, for this week's Is It Just E, we are gonna go with all of these lovely services that provide people who maybe work hard, got kids, or just simply just don't want to get the fuck off the couch to go get their own food. You know what I mean? Uber Eats, you got Grubhub, you got DoorDash. Listen, shout out to everybody who uses these services, who are very trustworthy for other people to go grab their food and to bring it to their house. You know what I'm saying? Who pay that much more extra, you know what I'm saying, to have food delivered that they can go get themselves, because what was a $20 meal ended up being $36, $40 now, just because you didn't want to get up and go get the shit yourself. So, listen, shout out to everybody who uses these services. I, for myself, don't utilize these, don't have the apps, never used this shit in my life. I don't trust people enough to go get my fucking food and bring it to my house and see that the order, fuck, they get it wrong when I go get the order myself. What makes it, who am I going to be mad at? The driver that the shit is wrong and then go back to the damn place that I did not get my food from just to say that the shit was wrong? Yeah, this is wild. This is definitely a wild situation. But listen, shout out to everybody who utilizes, these services. Maybe, they'll do a quick little, discount for us because we're shouting out their names, because we definitely not getting paid for this shit. But, everybody out there who's still utilizing these services, and there's nothing I can say about it, bro. Like, I really have a hard time understanding why this shit is just like,
CB is a frequent user of these services.
I use these services enough to make up for the fact that E has never used them. So yeah, and the exact reason why I use it is because I don't want to go and get that shit. I want to keep doing whatever the fuck it is that I'm already doing. And it is a luxury that earlier in my life I would not have ever been able to really enjoy like that. So I joke that, like, if someone from the past showed up, they'd be so wilded out by the fact that I could have, like, on my phone, press a button, and then someone show up to my door in 20 minutes with some Taco Bell. You know what I mean? So yeah, I am a frequent user of these joints. But again, me and E live in some different areas, and I'm not as concerned over here about anyone like messing with my food. I've actually had, like, this is crazy, but I've had someone else's like full family meal delivered to my house on accident, and I know they were more upset because all they got was that cheesesteak that Didi was going to rub his his balls off. You know?
Look, I'm not a frequent user of these, but I do use them enough. And I am ashamed of that like $30 Chick-fil-A order that I've placed here and there for a sandwich, of fry, and yeah, it's disgusting.
You be texting me like, bro,
Is
this okay?
It's disgusting.
Am I okay?
It's disgusting. It really is. It's horrible that I just didn't feel like taking 12 minutes to drive 5 minutes away. So I was back that I wanted somebody else to do it. In fact, you know what I did? I did DoorDash IHOP today, but that's a little more. So the price point made sense for the IHOP today and what the markup was. But yeah, that Chick-fil-A is disgusting for a sandwich, a fry, and yeah, a drink. Sammy, are you a user?
I'm a user. And y'all know where I want to go with this, but I ain't gonna get too wild on this darn mic. But God dog it. Dang, you know what I told you about promo codes and free delivery? What?
But that's what we living off of, is like only having like going to spots that have the free. That's even worse. The free delivery to motherfuckers that definitely have a problem with their job. And when you get your shit, half your shit be fucking sat on because they don't give a fuck about your food because you doing free delivery because the company that's paying them didn't pay them shit to go make that delivery.
I mean, but I make sure to tip the people. I definitely go for the free delivery. If I see a promo, I'm gonna run that promo. I love DoorDash. It's so efficient. You know, a single mom who works 2 jobs. I don't want to leave the house. Like I can't. I be having too much going on. So it's very efficient for me. I don't believe anybody has. Go ahead with your little finger up.
You go to Sephora?
Sometimes, you know, they have same day delivery too. So
that's even crazier. So like at this point, what is the point of going to a place to pick your own shit out and you letting somebody else pick the shit out for you? Like what's I get people talk about the convenience. My thing is like it's all about the price. Everybody on who said they got who uses shit, y'all got money. Y'all got money to fucking blow. The fact that you can sit there, listen, my bro told me that I was on the phone today. He ordered a fucking Chick-fil-A and did that shit for $30. I thought that nigga was crazy. Listen, I had to check the pulse on what the fuck was I listening to. He was like, yeah, bro, like, gotta get some lunch. And I was like, oh, all right, cool. He said, yeah, Chick-fil-A. And I was like, bro, like, what did that run you? Because I'm like, I get it. You can't, you're out, you know, the lunchtime, you know, you can't make nothing at the crib. So it's like, what, like $30 now? Like, bro, that's shipping delivery from StockX for us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
after I hit that buy or send button or whatever, and I eat the food, I'm always like, what about? Damn! That's $30 in my tank. That's look. I mean, you know, we're all guilty of you know.
Y'all been with me to the laundromat. What are y'all talking about?
Yeah, that part.
Yeah, that part. Yo, CB, what we got for that copper chop? Where's it at?
For the soul.
What we got for that copper chop, CB?
So these are super limited. But PJ Tucker is getting his own Flight 87, or Air Flight 89, I should say, and in a sky blue colorway, and it is dropping exclusively on it's called the Better Generations platform.
The sneakers app?
Not sneakers. It's May 5th, and it's exclusively through, you know, this other platform. And there's less than 500 pairs that are being released. So $160. PJ's obviously done some other stuff with Nike before, getting some PEs and things like that. And those were also super hard to get. And we know that he's considered one of the sneaker gods amongst the celebrity collectors and stuff like
Absolutely.
that. How are y'all feeling about these? These are $160. We know that talking less than 500 pairs, so there's really not a chance. But if you had the opportunity to cop these, would you cop or would you chop? I would be copping these. I like these.
I'm chopping. They kind of give it plain. Yeah.
I think that's the vibe of a lot of shoes lately is, I mean, when I think PJ Tucker, I thought he would get a better deal as far as what collab he officially got. This is not a bad one. Out of 500 pairs, but yeah, I would cop these. I actually own a pair of the same silhouette, black pair. So yeah, it's plain. It's kind of like it's a summer shoe anyway. Maybe some khakis, white tee, even some camos at this point. With those, so I would do a cop if I had opportunity to get them, but I'm not. So it's easy to say I'm gonna do it, and I'm not gonna go through it.
Nah, these are a cop for sure. Good summertime shoe. And like I said, the fact, I guess more so is the fact that it's not, they're like hella limited. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that we're not gonna get them anyway. So
yeah. All right.
But Leo, you don't think that they gave PJ some options, or he didn't specifically say, "Yo, let me just do like a Flight 89"?
That is probably true. I just thought that, I don't know, for PJ, for people to know who PJ Tucker is, look him up if you don't know. That guy's sneaker collection is out of this world, and he's got shoes that the people who the shoe is modeled after don't even have. He's got a lot of one-of-ones or one-offs. He could be one of the sneaker goats. Like if you're a sneakerhead, he could be the one to go to. But I think that I just thought it would be just something a tad bit different. I know him and Devin did that brown shoe collab. Did you see the one him and Devin designed together for the Booker release? Whack. But yeah, I mean, it's okay. I just thought it'd be something, a little more exciting, but not bad. All right.
For the soul.
Let's show some sneakers or whatever we brought and get up out of here. I will lead off. It's kind of I didn't realize what I was doing tonight, but I guess it is kind of a Cali night. I got everybody know what the 1991 is. If you were there, you were there. If you know what it is, if you know, you know. But look at this. I haven't.
Good job.
Dust on all. It just shows you how many shoes I got and the fact that I haven't worn these about. And the date is still on there, 7/13, whatever year it is. But let's go with it.
Yeah.
Fours. Yeah. So
you can definitely wear those when you get off the plane out here. Just make sure I'm with you.
yeah. I'm not wearing these to the Schoolboy Q concert that the DMV fellas are thinking about going to. But yeah, Jordan 4s. What were these, infrared or whatever the colorway they called them? But yeah, dope. I haven't worn these in a while. Probably can't even wear them anymore because you're starting to see the little fade on that air bubble. But yeah, we got some 4s. E.
I'm gonna keep it light work. I know I just talked shit about the style.
You knock this right now. I'm gonna be very upset. Let's go ahead.
So let me find something else. Not just play it. Just a simple fact. Listen, it was a colorway that I actually fucked with. You know what I'm saying? They just recently dropped. Ended up getting 2 pair just by the shadow of forgot I was in a fucking raffle for them. The colorway again, had to get them just because I fuck with the color, that kind of Tiffany green looking color. The green glows again. These is gonna, like I said, this with a PJ shirt on the way. We are something else. We are definitely we around the corner. We're gonna have that PJ shirt for everybody, and this is one of the ones you dig. And you can get away with this shoe anywhere.
Knockers. I said knockers.
I have, Some boots. Oh, I might have to take the blur off. Oh no, I don't.
There you go.
Some boots, very dramatic. We got the rhinestone fringe, the rhinestones around the boot. Nice
Cowboy
little
Carter.
in the
I was gonna say,
detail.
some Cowboy Carter vibe.
Giving very much Texas, very much pink, very much pretty, but country at the same time. So
Okay. All right. CB.
All right. Got an old school Nike
Yeah.
Black box.
95s? Oh, it's close.
These are the purple camo foams from 2019. And the best part about this shit,
Stomp them whole boots.
come on, man. These were $69.
Shit.
I got these for $69 on Whatnot, which is gonna be the end of me. If you wanted to buy a brand new pair of those joints in my size, they're well over $300. So yeah, that was a win. Love those foams. Already wore them into the office. And Ren, I don't think she's in the chat, but she gave me the dub over Kaleo that day in terms of what shoes we were wearing. So that's all that needs to be said.
Too. That makes sense. That totally makes sense. All right. So where are we at? We are officially at the
soul.
Appreciate everybody for being. Look, it was a wonderful Baddie Behavior Thursday. Good to see you. We had a slight takeover Trina Green Room episode. Takeovers that she'll be back next Thursday on the Green Room, but she will also be here next Thursday for Takeover Thursday. We got that on deck. Hopefully next week. I am hoping next week that there is. I've been working. I hope there's a major announcement next week. Look, the fellas are not privy, but I hope there's a major announcement next week for some stuff that could shift the podcast. And I'm gonna make sure we get this thing taken care of. But yeah, next week we'll see about that. We'll see if Drake responds tonight. Also, Rhapsody, Erykah Badu. There's a lot of music dropping tonight. Rhapsody, Erykah Badu. The full Rhapsody album drops in 2 weeks. I think Conway drops tonight or next week. But also you got that Ghostface and Nas tonight too. Mm-hmm. Like there's if you're into good music, hit all the streaming platforms. That's gonna happen. But yeah, tomorrow you'll be able to find most folks 6 a.m. East. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern, Kindle B Morning Show, followed by We Are Something Else. Presents the Abstract with me at 12:05 noonish p.m. Eastern Standard Time, something like that. That's all we got, y'all. Anybody got any words, anything that we missed? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all being here. Saw a lot of y'all, a lot of new faces. Come back next week. We're always here at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
All I want to say is Baddie Behavior is so educational. It's like Sammy is speaking a completely different language, and I'm just sitting in class like.
I'm glad you're learning.
What's going on here?
The ladies
gonna reel in a baddie with some dryer sheets.
I'm gonna be like, yo, I just learned the word concealer.
Let's be honest. The ladies that we have associated with the podcast. Just they class us up so much, and we appreciate y'all, your time and your effort. Y'all have put work in, and that does not go unnoticed. Y'all have definitely taken us to another level. So those are your flowers. Take over. Same thing for you. Appreciate y'all. But look, that's it. That's all we got. We Are Something Else. Episode 197, fellas. Three more episodes, and we are at 200.
Friend, there you are.
About you. 300. Three more episodes, and we're at 200. We got to do something special. We'll start working on that, but don't get to 200 often. All right, y'all.
Follow us on YouTube at WRSC Podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe.
Stay off of Grubhub.